So the tutorial we're going to do is going to be on this dress. This is from, it was actually a picture sent to me from Pinterest by one of my online members, and she's actually seen some dresses that she liked, and she wanted sort of ideas on how to make them. So funnily enough, I bought exactly same color material in a net, which I absolutely adored. This is chemical net, and this is of such a good quality net in a very pretty sort of turquoise sea green color. It's a beautiful color, and the dress design, I'm going to replicate this design that's been sent to me. I don't know how well you can see this. I'm gonna make this in two designs. I did initially already cut out my own design in this, but I'm gonna repeat this design as well. So before without further ado, I'm gonna get cracking on cutting this. Okay, we're gonna just pause here and take a little bit of a focus on the camera so that it's focused properly. Right, sorry, camera's going on me. I don't want it on me, I want it on the fabric. We leave the camera on the table. And now the design is basically, we're going to rough sketch this first just to get an idea. We're going to rough sketch this. I'll just use the back of this. I'll use that. I'll use my sketchbook to sketch this. I will use right, okay, so what we've got is okay, so basically what you've got is a straight panel in the insert, and this is all one, but from here this piece has been taken out. Small area of this has been taken out so that that fabric can be bought in together, and then that fabric, there's a cut there, and that has been basically what we want to do is leave all the bottom fabric together and shape this from the top. So I'm going to work out how I'm going to go about doing this, and there's two ways of doing this. I think I'm going to do a slight bit of a variation to that one. Instead of what I will do is I will cut this like this and make this like a princess cut, but then these portions I will just, the bottom of the fabric I will leave all as one. So this piece I will cut out and then recreate out of that. So we're going to be making this for Inaya. No, I haven't done that right. That should have gone there. Yeah. I meant to try and... Okay. We're gonna whiz away at it. I don't know. For some reason, I have a tendency to do a better job at the cut of the fabric rather than drawing it out. That's one of my weaknesses. So I have already cut the babies out of this, and it's not going to be overly wide. I'm going to create this out of, where do we want to create the, add the piece, add the joint. Okay, I'm gonna do the joint at the back. So first of all, we're just gonna straighten this out. Now, chemical lace is extremely hard to cut out. It's so rough. You can hear the scissor struggling to cut this. Then we want to work out just how much of what the full length is going to be. So I'm going to make this, I'm not going to make it overly long. It's going to be like a summer dress, so I want to make it decide. You know, we have a tendency to overdo. I think I will make it 30 inches long. Shall I make it 28 inches? No, I will make it 28 inches long. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut away Now this is going to be the center front, so I want to design to her waist length and how much of an insert we're going to have. So at 4 inches I'm going to mark her waist length, which I don't know if I took her waist length measurements. So 26 was her length, 10.5 inches was her waist length. So that's exactly to the point, 4 inches, and then I want to create a curve to her. That's her neckline. Slight bit of a slant towards the shoulder. That's the armhole. Now this, I'm going to do the same for the back. It's going to have a seam right at the back. I'm going to create the same cut on the back. Back this I'm going to take away. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to put small gathers in this and bring it in. Okay, and we're going to insert the piece back in, and I'm going to probably use like a bolder colour piping just around the arm hole. So out of this piece now we want now. It's a very hard, really hard to cut is the thingy net, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use like a piece of fabric paper to mark this out, to know exactly what I want prior to actually cutting it out on the paper, because obviously you've got I want to make sure that it's right, because prior to cutting it onto the net, one way to make sure what you're cutting is right is to make a pre-sample. So what we're going to have is that piece is going to attach there, but we want to make sure that it's absolutely right, which that looks like it's going to be fine. So we're going to cut 2 pieces, actually 4 pieces with this, and it's going to have small amount of gathers when it gets reattached back in. So this bodice thing is going to be absolutely right, and that's just going to get attached to that. So I want 4 of these cutting out on the net, and we can use the fabric that's been come out as the leftover. Now sometimes you have to swap over, you know, change the slight bit of. Okay. The best way to cut it out would be like this. Unfortunately, this is so hard to cut. You can hear the strain that the scissor is feeling when you're cutting this. So this paper thingy is actually very helpful. Again, out of the other piece that came out, you want the exact same cutting. There's no reason why it's like a strain cutting this. So we've got, what we've got is we've got the structure of the dress, and what we want now is we need lining. So I'm going to decide on the lining. I have got a fairly decent kind of a fabric. This is not the silky one, so I can cut exactly to this lining, because what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to stitch around all this. We can't do invisible seaming on these. The net is too fine. So with all these pieces now, I'm going to have to cut an identical lining piece, and then I'll explain the stitching. So for the lining, basically all you need to do is first of all replicate the larger piece, lay out exactly on the fabric, and cut it out exactly to, I mean, this looks like completely weird at the moment, but just copy it exactly to the letter. And once you've done that, we're gonna hopefully find ways of trying to get this stitched up. It's completely in tatters at the moment, but I promise you, once we're finished with this, we will get a beautiful little dress, and no doubt about that.